kind of going on to that, I kind of want to talk about what I want to see for the future of Splinter. Because we haven't seen a game in about 10 years. And now, having just played through all of the older games and the newer one, it's so interesting to see how much they've kind of fallen, but also, in a way, sort of risen. Because you see all the newer mechanics and you see how much potential that they have. But then you also look at the older games and you go, okay, this is arguably a lot better. So I think there are some things of what I would like to see from a Splinter Cell game, is obviously bring back full stealth. Let us be rewarded for our stealth efforts. And really make it a true stealth game. Make it stealth redefined. As we were all the way back in, like, what was it, 2001 when that game came out? And it was brilliant. So was the entire trilogy. You can see my other video on that, though. But then with Blacklist, having all these newer mechanics that really just kind of worked in a way. I think if they took some of the old mechanics and combined it with a lot of the newer mechanics of Blacklist, they could have the perfect Splinter Cell. But in terms of story, this is where I've been iffy on, having just finished Blacklist. I mean, they could really do whatever they want now. Fourth Echelon, they got the Giant Paladin plane. And I think I actually don't want to see any more story. I don't know if this is going to be unpopular. I've never heard anybody really suggest an idea like this before, but the thing I was just kind of feeling when I was going through the story, and not even just the main story, but the side story as well, because they have all these side missions you can do, sneak in, you have to be, they're completely undetected, or there's others where you have to just take everybody out in all the areas. And they really gonna let you, and actually just the game in general, they let you approach the situation, all the missions, in pretty much whatever way you want to. Loud, quiet. You can go this way, you can go that way, and it's really cool. The thing that got me thinking was Hitman. Now, I would say that Hitman has always been Splinter Cell's closest rival, even though they've been vastly different in a way, even going back to the old games between them. But I think, looking at the newer Hitman, and seeing what a monumental success that game has been, I think what Splinter Cell should do now, being that they have the freedom to go anywhere and do whatever they want, considering what they did with Blacklist, I want to see a Hitman-style Splinter. I want to just play Sam Fisher. I want to jump in. I want to play through. Like, you can have kind of a loose, just kind of following some regular missions. Go a tutorial for newer players. Bring back some older mechanics, though. Bring back a sound level. Bring back a visibility level. Gear, I guess, depending on how they want to do that, they can do different gear, different weapons, however they want it. Because that was one thing I really liked in Blacklist. Having the money system, being able to buy whatever you wanted. But then, of course, go in, fine-tune, make sure every gadget has its place, because that's one thing that the newer games honestly failed to do. But I want to be able to go in, say, hey, here's your target, or go get this piece of intel, go plant this bug, or even a series of objectives. And just make it a full freedom Splinter Cell game where we can just go all over the damn world and play all these levels, have ultimate replayability just throughout. You know, have full leaderboards across the entire world, have it fully community based. Just give us a Splinter Cell with old mechanics, but in a newer style, and then convert it to a Hitman style game. I feel like that is probably the best possible route for a Splinter Cell game right now. Unless they really wanted to continue the story, they could just keep going until, like, eventually Sam Fisher dies and maybe somebody picks it up, but I think that would just be a whole weird thing. I feel like just give us a whole open world, full freedom levels for a Splinter Cell game, with just unlimited replayability. Personally, I feel like after playing Blacklist and having seen all the story kind of follow up and more or less concluded throughout the entire series, that is what I personally would like to see. Yeah. But, Let me know what you guys think.